In a recent escapade of comedian Andrew Schulz and Logan Paul, they engaged in an interesting walk through memory lane. Some fans even argued they roasted the living heck out of Sneako without mentioning his name. Let's listen to Andrew populations and ruminations.
More, bro. Like, I really love that shit.
It was these tiny little stories that were great. Yeah. They were delicious. Yeah. They were nutritious. And by nutritious, I mean, like, you could really clearly see that there was like a story in there, but also art. And I'm not against doing things for mainstream consumption because I think that's great. But I think that right now what you're seeing, especially with like streaming culture, is it is so unbelievably entertaining. But the only way to entertain every second of the day is to create a car crash. And now there's no art whatsoever. Mm-hmm. And that's the problem. And I consume it. Mm-hmm. I was watching this guy Fousey, right? Who I remember like back in your generation of YouTubers, he was there. And he comes back now and he's like all over my Instagram or TikTok algorithm. And I'm watching it. I'm going, this is the most entertaining thing I've ever seen. When he's around other people that stream, none of them talk because they know that there's one person that is going to get all the gravity. But at the same time, it's car crash every single time. There's not enough art. And that is what you have to do when you have to entertain 12 hours in a row. You cannot create art because art requires reflection, it requires thought, it requires passion and love. A car crash doesn't. So it's how do I create a car crash every single moment? And my concern is that there are people who started their careers with real art and they were beautiful creators that now are part of the streaming economy and have gone to an addiction of attention and completely disregarded their artistic side, which they had. And they were like beautiful creators. And now they're just like, okay, this is the latest guy who's hot. I'll be involved in the car crash with him. This is the latest guy who's hot. I'll be involved with the car crash with him. I guess the reason why I want to talk to you about that specifically is that I don't think that you've devolved to the car crash. And I hope you don't, because I've seen what you did with the 99 Originals. And maybe it wasn't your most popular thing, but it was your most beautiful thing.
Thanks.
So don't do the car crash.
Thanks.
In the symphonic cacophony of modern conversational discourse, a recent colloquy between Andrew Schulz and Logan Paul drew my attention like a moth to the luminescent glow of cerebral engagement. Schulz, that veritable lexicon maestro, waxed poetic about the halcyon days of YouTube, wherein creators wove tapestries of artistry through what he eloquently termed tiny little stories. These digital chronicles were not mere distractions, but profound epiphanies that tickle the cerebrum while tugging at the heartstrings. However, a lugubrious note tinged his musings, a lament for the evolving ethos of streaming culture. He decried the cult of ceaseless titillation, comparing it to a vehicular collision, an APT analogy, indeed. The ceaseless pursuit of entertainment leaves scant space for genuine artistic endeavors to flourish, for art, like a fine wine, requires not haste but the unhurried passage of time to ferment, mature, and be savored. Within the labyrinth of Schulz's discourse, a spectral figure emerged, Sneako, a YouTuber whose name seemed to dance on the edge of his lips. There was a miasma of speculation that Schulz's rhetoric obliquely alluded to Sneako's fall from the graces of authentic creativity into the arms of attention-seeking histrionics. It's as if Sneako's artistic integrity was devoured by the ravenous maw of the car crash culture, leaving behind a hollow shell devoid of the poetic resonance that once emanated from his creations. In this pantheon of contemplation, the spotlight pivoted to none other than Logan Paul. Schulz, that paragon of eloquence, castigated not, but praised, the maven of Paul's past endeavors, the 99 Originals, a testament to artistry that emanated an aura of profound beauty, though it may not have achieved the stratospheric peaks of popularity. A clarion call rang out, entreating Logan Paul to eschew the siren call of the sensationalist zeitgeist, to resist the gravitational pull of the car crash mentality that has ensnared so many a creative soul. You know, it's a curious thing, this whole content production frenzy for those streaming platforms. A palpable urgency seems to permeate the air, a pressing need to perpetually satiate the insatiable appetites of the viewers. It's as if you're witnessing a genuine dearth of authentic artistic expression within this sprawling industry. These streaming platforms, driven by an insatiable thirst for an incessant deluge of content, have indeed managed to cultivate an atmosphere where the pursuit of quantity appears to trample upon the veneration of quality and the fostering of genuine artistic prowess. Creators, in this modern maelstrom, find themselves ensnared in an unremitting race against the ever-ticking clock. They are compelled to churn out content at a pace that would make your head spin, all in a feverish attempt to maintain their relevancy, gather an audience, and perhaps secure some monetary gains. The relentless pressure they are under leaves them with precious little space for introspection, for weaving intricate tales of the mind, or for delving into the depths of profound artistic concepts. Instead, they're driven toward creating easily digestible, attention-grabbing content that can be consumed in the blink of an eye and spread like wildfire, fueling a fixation on sensationalism not dissimilar to the spectacle of a car crash. And let's not forget the algorithms and recommendation systems that these platforms employ. Oh, they have a certain fondness for content that triggers heightened engagement, that keeps viewers transfixed for extended stretches of time. This, of course, creates an environment where creators are incentivized to prioritize shock value, to delve into contentious matters that generate immediate reactions. In doing so, they sometimes forsake the intricate craftsmanship required for more nuanced and artistically inclined works. Now, don't get me wrong, there are exceptions to this chaotic dance. Some creators deftly maneuver the tightrope between ceaseless content generation and the preservation of artistic integrity. But the relentless pressure to constantly produce, it's like an ever-present storm cloud casting shadows over the preservation of genuine artistry and cogent storytelling within the vast expanse of the streaming industry. Yet, it's not just the creators who bear the weight of this burden. The platforms themselves hold a crucial role in championing videos of a more artistic caliber. Thoughtful curation becomes paramount, a way to showcase content that truly embodies artistic merit. By placing a spotlight on videos that ooze with creativity, originality, and thought-provoking messages, these platforms can elevate the visibility of artistic content and perhaps inspire creators to rekindle their artistic flames. Consider curated playlists that shine a light on the talents of lesser-known creators producing exceptional artistic videos. Or imagine algorithms that have a newfound reverence for quality over the allure of mere sensationalism. But collaboration is the heart of progress, my friends. Platforms and creators can become harmonious allies, nurturing an environment that encourages artistic experimentation. In doing so, platforms could provide creators with the resources and the freedom to transcend the realm of superficial shock value. Imagine granting financial support for artistic endeavors, organizing workshops or seminars that delve into the intricacies of storytelling and cinematography, or even creating digital havens where creators can converge, exchange ideas, and embark on meaningful collaborations. Such endeavors could cultivate an ecosystem that places artistic expression on a pedestal, one that propels creators to push the boundaries of their craft to new heights. And what of the audience, the consumers of this digital symphony? They, my friends, wield a power of their own. They mold the content landscape through their choices, their consumption, and their support. If viewers were to rally around artistic content, to actively seek it out and appreciate its depth, a demand would surely arise, spurring creators to place the value of artistry above the allure of mere sensationalism. Here is where platforms can step in, recommending those artistic videos that might otherwise remain hidden in the digital tapestry. engaging in discussions that extol the significance of art within content creation, and highlighting the crucial role of supporting creators who strive to deliver experiences that are intellectually stirring and profoundly thought-provoking. So, my friends, let us ponder this collective journey, one that seeks to preserve the sanctity of art amidst the frenzy of our modern streaming age. Indeed, Schulz's rhetoric is an eloquent lament for the dwindling bastions of profound artistic expression. His words resonate with the timbre that reverberates through the corridors of digital creation, echoing the sentiment that art is not a product of haste, but a labor of reflection, a labor of thought, and above all, a labor of passion. It is an impassioned plea for creators to not forsake their artistic inclinations upon the altar of instant gratification. Let Schulz's oratory be an anthem, a rallying cry for the preservation of the delicate tapestry that weaves the human experience into the digital realm.